Now recording. Hi,
I'm
Craig.
so upset.
Okay. So, everybody, let's real quick get into character. Get your brains working, your mouths working, get your accents working.
Sir,
As
it
long
is
as
the
no
weekend. My brain is off the clock.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't need it for this game.
No, I don't need it
Speak
for
for
this
yourself.
character. I don't need it for
You don't
this
need it
character.
That's true. You also
Mr.
don't need
DM,
eyes.
I want another
Yes.
stealth mission.
I'm not using a portrait on you.
I have my fake
No.
mustache ready to go.
Let's go ahead and roll a d100. Get some roleplay questions going on.
92. 92, that's high.
92. Let's see. Ooh. The question is, you happen upon a strange animal that has its leg trapped in a hunter's snare and is bleeding heavily enough that you would believe it will not survive long. What would you do? Think about that for a little bit. Esben, whenever you're ready, we'll start off with you.
No pressure.
I mean, if I have all the things to my capabilities,
Yes.
You just said just like an animal, like anything specific, or is it just like
Nothing
exotic?
specific. It's you can fill that in your own imagination. Any animal.
Okay,
Strange animal. That's what it specifically says.
strange animal. Okay. Well, if it doesn't feel like it belongs there, depending on how big it is, Esben would either leave it if it's like too large to take care of, but if it's small enough to take care of, you'd probably try to get it out of the trap. Try to find some way to like ensnare it in something, then heal it with like a healing word and kind of like leave with it, so you can try to figure out what the hell it's from and where to bring it.
How kind of you. Heartwarming, so to say, but not too naive. Good. Grimgarb, what would you do?
Mercy.
When you say it looks
it.
like this thing is going to die, does that mean that I cannot heal it magically?
It means that if nothing changes of its situation, it will certainly die.
Grim would try to set it free and heal it, and if that doesn't work and it dies, Grim would probably eat it because he tends to be hungry.
All right. Thank you.
Brutal.
Yeah, you know.
Just
Both life.
brutal life.
Look, man. These abs don't maintain themselves.
Handsome.
Say the question again. The animal definitely does not look like it belongs here,
It's
or is it a strange
the
animal?
prompt specifically says a strange animal.
A strange animal that without intervention will most certainly die.
Yes.
I would probably first attempt to read its mind or enter its thoughts to see if it is an intelligent animal with a consciousness. If it is, and I would try to suss out its intentions. If I am pleased with its intentions, then I might help it. If it seems like it's a dick, then I'd probably just kill it.
Okay. Gotcha.
And if it's just a random animal, then I'd probably study how it died.
Okay. Thank you.
Science.
Now, lastly, Volker.
Provided it's not a hostile creature, I would try to my best of capabilities to aid it and potentially save it.
Okay. Thank you.
Nobody cares about the hunter at all.
You know, after all these scenarios, you guys set it free, and an hour, 2 hours later, a hunter comes by, fully starving. Like, no, this was my last chance. No,
Get a real job.
a real job. It's literally the most basic job there is. Taking us back to the hunter gatherers. All right.
I think
Because
we
the
are
real
in
job
a
would be gathering.
civilization.
Something about the session. Volker, what did you
Sorry?
say?
Oh, what? Where?
You okay? Maybe I missed something. Never mind. Okay, thank you everybody for your answers. Now let's go ahead and roll recap.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. Maybe I will. Fuck.
16.
Get me out of here!
You're kidding me?
Nope, dead serious. 16.
Wait, I have to roll with IRL dice because I'm still working on this thing. I'm very, very, very sorry.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to get this Customs and Border Patrol paperwork figured out. 19.
I.
Oh my god.
Hey, last time you needed it.
Alright.
Nice.
We're so happy rolling a double-digit number.
God damn it. What the hell did happen last week?
I can pretty much tell you it if you want to relinquish it.
Sure, I will relinquish it to Flippy this time.
Sure. Last session started with dust settling after the combat with Soblob and the Orc man at Fala's Herbalist's place. What essentially happened was Volker making sure that everything that is needed to be written down was preliminary discussed with Volker getting a mind witness, ice stalk, and a little tadpole. Volker talking with Grimgram about the drow people and their guns and the strange piece of ammunition that had a chaser effect after being wounded. He spoke with the Griffon Riders. The one that spoke to me was a dick. Meanwhile, Sven was talking to Fala, making sure that everything is okay, that nobody was there after the criminal got apprehended. Volker spoke to Fala and made sure that she was okay. Mentioned his concerns towards her, that because of our existence nearby her life might be in danger. We had a fellow Watchful Order, Barnabas, show up and essentially quarantine the zone so he could provide all the paperwork needed for his duties. We went inside, essentially we went looking for the ratlings. All of them are there. They took a sleep at Sven's attic. Handsome didn't die. Next day, we are locking our manor for the morning until the evening, close to, I don't know, nighttime I think it was. A discussion ended up happening. Handsome is back to disliking running eggs, but is very, very interested in cooking now, it would seem. But at least it's like edible food. This time he was eating a plate full of bacon that he telepathically shoved into his mouth and gave it to the other people to them to hold. Grim notices the fucking rats speaking, and our rats are fucking stupid for speaking in front of Mr. Special Guardman. They end up deciding to continue their employment as long as they don't act criminally. Afterwards, he decides to grapple Handsome, and rattle him a little bit. Why? I don't know. That one part I kind of forgot. Yes, but like the reason why he decided to, rattle him a little bit, I'm not certain. We end up discussing what we should do with Ton. The answer is, it would be nice to at least try to have him be looked at by Handsome's parents, provided they're not mind control anymore. Before we decide to either put it out of his misery or have my organization do with it, or whichever other brutal case scenario for robot murder machine to do its things. It would seem that Handsome wanted to spend the evening teaching the ratlings how to cook when he doesn't know how to cook himself. And Volker spent the day casting stuff and writing stuff. And that's pretty much it. Grimgram was not happy that I cast Arcane Lock onto the hatch.
And Grimgram absolutely brutalized Hinzem for no reason other than he was going to wash his plate. And now Hinzem is stern and angry at Big Guardman for no reason and will proceed to make his life a living hell.
Police brutality.
It's funny that he keeps saying no reason, despite the fact I asked questions and he was the only one to walk away, which typically is a bad idea.
It's not wrong.
It's because I had no part in that conversation. I was just washing my plate.
Yeah, fucking.
And now you're picking up the pieces of the plate instead.
Yeah, man owes me
a new plate.
I'm gonna one up it. Man owes me a whole new set. Not only for I'm gonna go talk to his supervisor. I want his name and badge number because that's police brutality.
You can cast men with your mind. Huh?
No, you keep saying this.
You're not a minority, so it's not police brutality.
That's
am
right.
a minority. I am.
No, you're a
person.
small person. You're a minor person. You're not in a minority. Sorry.
I am. I identify as a minority. I have to play 5D chess out here, okay?
So you're a white woman.
Karen, go back to the kitchen, Karen. Make a sandwich, Karen.
I'm a woman, so I'm gonna take out a wig, put it on, and identify as a woman so I can beat the crap out of you.
Equal rights, equal fights, man.
So, here's what we're gonna do.
Brawl.
Thank you, Volker, for the recap. Sorry, Esben, Volker gets the reroll for that recap.
Not another reroll. Volker should be immune to getting those rerolls.
That's okay. Well, I mean, you probably won't need it this session, right? Okay.
Oh no, man.
It is the evening of the 20th day of Marpanoth. afternoon, evening, when you're all given the A-OK to go, the investigation has cleared, Barnabas has come to the door to personally say, hey, sorry that like it's unfortunate that this event happened. If you have any more news about the whereabouts of any of the perpetrators, and that it'll be cleaned up, and you will be sure to be contacted later. But you guys are given this evening now that you can head out, this afternoon, evening, and head out and do stuff if you so need to do so.
I have a plan, but I cannot go first if that's not required.
Well, I can go first. Question, DM. How many
Yes.
hours would it have taken for me to file at least 4 reports? Like I said, I'm abstaining currently from writing the one about Ton and about
Yes.
the band.
Approximately 2 hours per report.
Holy fuck. I
I am accounting for your perfectionism.
So it would have been 4 reports, so 8 hours?
Yes.
That sounds
8
about
hours.
right. I mean, considering that we've been up until evening, and we woke up early. There goes all my spell slots. Excellent. All right. Good to know. Goodbye spells. 0. Let's go. I'm so ready for combat.
Okay.
Please
So
make
this
it
afternoon,
combat.
that's what
I
you
would
were
love
doing.
to see new stat with Please, DM.
It sounds like you had something that you wanted to do, Mr. Hendon.
Yes. I'm gonna go introduce myself once again to one of the
course.
most interesting people on this block.
Gag.
Just because Enzem and Esben has stuff to hide doesn't mean he's not interesting still.
What
I
do you
would like
put
to
in
go-
the microwave?
Introduce I put in soup.
Oh, you're still in your soup era?
Bro, never mind. I would like to go introduce myself to Mr. Private Investigator, as I feel like I might have some skills that might become of use to him.
Okay, so that is your plan. Grimgarm and Esvin.
So, how many hours do we have to spend on this exactly? It's kind of already evening, right? So it's like an hour,
It's already
like a couple
afternoon
hours,
evening,
maybe.
so yeah, a few
I
more
mean,
hours.
you woke up about 10, and I would assume that it's like, what, 6 p.m.?
Grim
Yeah,
would,
we'll say 6 p.m.
Grim would go check in with the Gauntlet and see if there's any work that needs to be done.
Any work that needs to be done.
Yeah, any
Where?
Gauntlet contracts or that type of thing, because it's been a bit since he's actually checked in with anyone from the Gauntlet, and since they're kind of supposed to be his employer, he
Yes.
feels like he should at least go, show his face at the office, say hi, drink some coffee.
Yeah. Okay. You, that's your plan? Okay. Espen.
Well, Esben desperately needs some cash at some point. He probably would want to
Constitution.
go see if there's any like help wanted, anything, anywhere.
Clown application.
877 cash now.
So I don't know if there's like a job help board somewhere. He'd probably look around for something like that.
Okay. So, in that case, let's work inward to outward. Mr. Dear Young Volker, as you're
Oh.
writing your reports, go ahead and do a calligraphy set check for each of your reports to see how well they turned out.
Oh my god. Where's my character sheet? Question. I'm both proficient in calligrapher supplies and persuasion, which would be like what I'm trying to do the thing you know. How would it work? Like,
Well,
I guess it doesn't
would.
matter.
Yeah, I'm not sure because the calligrapher, you can choose to either roll that as a charisma based or dexterity based, seeing that you're filling in information, but to see how influential it is, because even the most intelligently put information can be dry. So you can choose either to roll with dexterity or with charisma.
All right. It doesn't matter. I can choose what enhanced ability I can choose. So it would have been whichever I roll it with. Okay. Ah. Let me toggle advantage real quick. For my 4,000,000,000 things that I had to roll. Oh my god, let's see how hard I push my luck on this. Advantage, dexterity check, number 1. Wow. I'm going to recap that thing.
Okay.
What the fuck? That's more like it.
Question on the recap rerolls. Does it auto roll with advantage, or is it just another singular reroll?
Oh fucking no.
Great question. I see it working as basically a lucky feat. It is a reroll.
Set number 2. Hablamo. Set number 3. I'm gonna spend a luck point. Oh my god, it's happening! I'm going to initiate a combat with no abilities! Set number
no
4.
one expects the gnome.
I'm going to punch a wall!
At least your reports are going to be right on target.
That one will suffice. I can live with a 19 on that one.
Okay. So with an 11 turned into a 21, 23, a 13 turned into a 24, and a 19. All of these, you write these reports quite succinctly, efficiently, and with the same pizzazz that you put into the initial report that got you on the radar within the Watchful Order. And so after you finish your final report, you look outside and it is dark. You wonder
I had
why.
to post this meme now.
How did the hours fly by? Excellent.
I guess I will cue an action of me walking towards the Watchful Order headquarters.
Yeah.
As you pan the camera to somebody else.
As you walk out the door, you notice on the front doorstep a copy of the Waterdeep Wazoo.
Oh, I was expecting a fucking initiative roll on that one, man. You scared me for a little second.
Roll initiative. It's a mimic. No. This is
Fuck, he's gonna eat my hand!
my favorite concept is the mimic. You know how mimics breed, how they release mimics into the world are little gold coins that will eat all the other
Wow.
gold coins.
That happens in Dungeon Meshi, so I approve it.
Yes.
The thing that I picture of a the
Oh
stack
my
of
god, that was
papers
a flashbang.
that is a mimic is I imagine the thing from the scene with Chris Pratt and all the raptors, right?
Oh.
Paleontologist goes like, well, that's cool and all, but raptors were really about the size of a small cat. So all you need are some work boots and a stick to fend them all off. And that's the only thing I can picture about Volker trying to fend off this newspaper right now. The only thing he has is boots and a stick.
That's
Alright,
great.
I pick up the book, so I guess I'm reading. The Waterdeep Wazoo. Truth delivered with ink-stained hands. Marpenoth 20th. 1492 DR. 1 Nid. Thanatar Strikes Back. A Knight of Daggers, Tentacles and Chaos in the Streets by Chassel Dindlequill, Editor in Peril. After a session of eerie silence from the Senator's Guild, the evening of the 19th of Marpenoth shattered that calm with a fireball in a fruit cart. In what appears to be a coordinated spree of attacks, Mark, agents, and arcane aberrations struck at least 3 locations across the city, including the one quiet Troll Skull Alley, now a hotbed of both adventuring drama and mysterious gang activity. So there's 3 locations of coordinated attacks? Okay. I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
We did learn that last session, you just didn't listen.
Troll Skull Alley, the eye at the window. Shortly after dusk, residents report a floating creature, bulbous eye stalk, and very rude, smashing through first-story window of the now notorious Troll Skull Inn. Local adventurers often seen frequenting the property reportedly engage the creature in a fierce battle that involves psychic dissonance, screaming manhole covers, and a very traumatized broom. While no civilian injuries have been reported, the damage to the lower floor has prompted the watch to place the building under casual observation. Editor's note: this is watch code for we're watching, but not too hard in case something explodes. I need to figure out how to veto it and put it on my own watch. Other target: fire, eels, and mysterious silence. In the dock ward, a known Centurion associate was found unconscious inside a barrel of live eels. His tongue enchanted to speak only in backwards poetry. In Southward, 2 apothecarians were torched with surgical with surgical precision. No stolen goods, just charm, sigils, and melted wars left behind. One anonymous adventurer near the yawning portal claimed a beholder king with a crook monocle attacked him for looking smug. The Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors has issued a general anti-aberration alert, and citizens are advised to report any glowing eyes, floating shapes, or unsolicited psionic advice. Handsome, you're fucked. What does it mean? some speculate those attacks were retaliation for recent drawbacks or signs of a power shift within the guild itself. Others whisper that Sanatar's, whatever it may be, is losing control or is more monstrous minions. One local fence put it simply, when the eyes start flying, the city starts bleeding. Stay alert, stay indoors, and if you hear whispers in your head, try not to answer back. Okay, that was eventful reading.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your reading that. And so we will move forward to Dear Young Ensign. As you walk down the street, the quiet street, as up to this point, most folks seem to be giving Troll Skull Alley a wide berth. Some whisper about potentially blowing up. Others just straight up say, I don't want to see any more floating eyeballs.
I'm
And
going
so
to
you-
whistle as though
Yes.
nothing happened. Hands in my pockets, whistling a merry tune.
Nothing ever happens.
Okay. And so you begin whistling. As you walk up to the Tiger's Eye, you are faced with this tall two-story building. Very clean, orderly. The windows are somewhat smoky, so it's hard to see through. You can tell that there is firelight coming from inside and a doorway.
I will knock on the door. Bump, 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 bump.
Bum, bum.
You knock. And after a minute, the door, you hear the familiar click of a lock being unlocked, and the familiar face of Vincent Trench faces you as the doors open. Young Master Rob the Bast, how may I help you?
Right. I was coming to inquire about maybe a business propositions.
Are you now?
Yep, that's the idea. At least, thinks it is.
What sort of business are you proposing?
Well, you sees, I's got something that might benefits yous.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yes, boss.
Incredible.
Uh,
To kill your charisma character for you to roll charisma checks.
yeah. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. 22.
22. He raises an eyebrow, looks around behind you and around the street, says, "You may come in. I have no business at the moment." And allows you to enter into his home, where he leads you into his comfortable study, somewhere where you have been before. As he offers a chair, he leaves for just a moment and comes back with 2 cups of a steaming liquid, places it in front of you. Black tea, I believe.
I will nod thankfully at him and pick it up with my invisible hand.
Adam.
You pick it up with your invisible hand. It raises. Give me a check. Roll an intelligence check to see how much control you have over a delicate piece of teacup.
Do I add my spell attack bonus or just intelligence?
This is your spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay.
Yes, this is not an attack server.
So it's
Unless you
either
plan on throwing the
another
teacup.
22 or it's a 28 if I get to add my proficiency bonus. I don't know how that works. So it's 22 or 25. Sorry, 22
Your
or 25.
proficiency bonus, I don't understand why it would be 6, unless you're
No, it's
doubling it for some reason.
22 or 25.
Okay, I see.
This man is
22.
lying.
quite smoothly, you lift up the teacup and bring it up to your mouth as you go to sip, and you scald your tongue. Just slightly. No, you blow on it. And as Vincent is settling down, he looks at you and shows no expression as he sips his tea. And spent about 2 minutes not talking, just looking at you while he just sips his tea.
I just look at him back.
I don't like this.
Once it seems like he's finished his cup, he places it on the coffee table to the right of his chair and says, "What have you come to offer, young Radabas?"
Right, so's I've got some skills that I thinks might be beneficial in your lines of works. And I was wondering if you could maybe shows me how to get informations better. In exchange for me's helping you with whatever's you need.
So, you are asking for an exchange. I teach you. You provide unique talents to me. Yes?
Oz believes so. Oz don't know how much yous knows, but I'm guessing yous knows a fair bit.
Kid. I was just thinking that I needed someone who could hear silence.
Well, on any other days, Oz can, but you see, my not so friendly guards companions tried beating me up today, and I needed to get a way out. Oh wait, that's a 2nd level spell. Never mind.
What?
Dang, blast it! I will cast Detect Thoughts.
You cast Detect Thoughts. Are you near your computer so you can ping the spell for me?
Yes.
Just so I have it right as where I need it. Thank you. Read that. You see, you detect with a sense thoughts option. You learn what is most on the target's mind right now. If the target doesn't know any languages and isn't telepathic, you learn nothing. What does that mean? Okay.
You cannot use it to mind read a non-sentient creature, most likely like a horse.
I'm just curious about the isn't telepathic thing. So does it
There
mean
are
that if they are telepathic, you can't read?
There are some creatures that do not know any language with telepathy.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. So, do you just read the thought?
I will just read the thoughts, but then with my ability, providing he is within 10 feet of him, myself, I will say nothing but in his head go, Ozkin reads and speaks in silence.
When you read his thought, what's most on his mind is the usefulness of reading thoughts. That is what is most on his mind, as far as you can read. And so you say that in his mind, and he this time raises an eyebrow and says out loud, "That is very useful. Exactly what I had in mind."
Oz did knows that too, actually, and I'm back out loud.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Hey, buddy. All right,
That's a
I have
7.
Sauron dice. Do your oh, that's a 6, and that's an 18.
I had your finger.
All right.
Yeah.
Advantage.
26.
Okay. He responds, "Fine. 1 week. You will fetch what I ask. keep your mind open, and you don't ask about the cat. He stops for a moment. Or the scar on my floorboards. He stands up, picks up the teacup, looks at
God.
yours. Have you finished it yet?
I have finished it.
He picks up your teacup. I'll be right back. As he leaves.
I'm
Cat.
gonna look around for a cat.
Give me a perception check.
I'm not so good at this. Natural 1 for a 2.
Woo!
Game or no
You-
cat?
You look around. You don't see a cat.
Okay, cool. He doesn't have a cat.
You look
I
around.
don't-
There's a large furry mouse purring in your lap.
he said not to ask about the cat. Good thing there is no cat. Easy.
It's a ghost cat.
I like to fail forward. I don't know how that would work. Oh well. So he returns and sits down and says, "How soon are you able to begin?"
I mean, theoretically, I can go right now. If you needs me to do that.
I do not.
So, I need to get a certain assets to my parents, and probably tries to save my parents from Bob's Lobs, because Lobs turned into the monster thingies do, and that's probably not a good thing. So I wants to take care of those Bob's Lob before Bob's Lob goes evils too.
I see.
But after this, that Oz can help. Oz on the way. Oz after. Oz don't know. Whatever you need.
You wish to learn skills, yes?
Oz dearly, yips.
Good.
Fucking cat.
I have taken on a few investigations, and you could help speed one up. One that I believe fits your skill set. When you have the opportunity, visit the Dark Ward, Miss Shore specifically. There is a client of mine by the name of Marielle Dorn. She is a widow who swears that her husband's ghost visited her 3 nights ago. The problem? He's still alive. Go ask questions. Listen harder than they speak. Do you understand?
Oz can do that, yep.
Excellent. He stands up again. Young Master Radabas, I am thankful that you approached. Perhaps this will be useful for the both of us.
That was the intent, yep. There's so much goings on around Asmana that tries to get a pulse on the heartbeats of the cities might be a good thing.
Indeed. Might I offer a suggestion?
Arms listenings.
When you speak with many, build relations. It is much easier to investigate when you are well known and or well liked.
Oz think Oz can do that.
Tell
Excellent.
you stop being a dick.
Mr. Henson, I hope you have a good night. And try not to listen to the voices. He smiles slightly.
Right. Thanks. And Henzim will do a little courteous bow and walk out.
So
You
what was
walk
the
out.
question? Not to look for the cat or not to what? And the
Not to ask about
floorboard?
the cat.
Do not
Some of
ask
those
about the
scarred-
cat
Or the
or
scar.
the
on
scar in the floorboards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are... Okay. I don't know what the fuck that means.
So we will move on.
You wouldn't know what that means. You haven't been in there.
You guys hate
Well-
this guy.
I've been in his establishment. I don't think I've seen any cat or scar floorboards.
You
Then
didn't know
you
they
know.
existed, and you still don't know.
I don't care to know.
In this
Good.
in this matter, Volker is ignorant. His intelligence modifier cannot assist him with a 0.
Well, you rolled out one, so you don't know either.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to not ask about it. So if I don't know about it, I'm not going to ask about it.
How
So,
obedient of
Espen,
you.
you are looking for a job board.
Okay.
So, you you find the job board.
Oh god.
Upon the job, this is you find you in your time around the city. You and Kia specifically have found this specific job board. It is the Northward Community Job Board, and so the rules are is for legal work, civic needs, and reasonable danger, maintained by the Northward Civic Assembly. No necromancy, no unsolicited curses, and no melted messes this time, please. So there's a couple of jobs on here. There's the Cranky Tower needs unsticking. A brass weather spire stuck violently, spinning violently after a spell misfire, seeking, quote, someone nimble and not made entirely of metal, unquote, payment in coin and dried fruit. The contact is Magister Vaneller. So that's you can call that the Mage Tower job. There's a rat problem turned weird. It's located in a cellar underneath a tavern. Started as rats, now they hum in unison. Not great. Bring blades and brains.
Have neither of those.
The sticky tower, the cranky tower, is 25 a pay of 25 gold pieces. The rat problem is a pay of 50 gold pieces and 1 drink voucher, redeemable if you survive. There's also lost package with the urgent listed next to it. The somewhere between the House of Inspired Hands and Garmolt's Emporium, a small enchanted case has gone missing during delivery, possibly stolen or walked away on its own. This is time sensitive. Contact Renair V. Leave sealed message with the hidden serpent courier at dusk. The pay is 100 gold pieces, bonus if discreet. There's stagehand needed for the Harp and Dance Tavern. Location is a bard-run tavern who is in need of muscle and magic for a high-risk interpretive piece involving illusions, water, and possibly geese. Contact Glissandra Moontide. Pay is 20 gold pieces plus a share of the tip. And then there's Cleanse a Cursed Tea set. A family heirloom is whispering threats in High Elvish. Must have gentle hands and strong wards. 75 gold piece reward and possibly cookies. You see a few more, but
Right.
I can keep going if you'd like.
No. I mean, the one that interests me the most was the rats humming in unison one.
I'm not ready for combat.
I
have nothing for my name.
I've got rat contacts, so
yeah,
they might have some ideas of what the hell's going on with a bunch of rats humming in unison.
Okay, is that the one that you pull off?
That will be the one I pull off. Yes.
Okay. So you pull off, and you see that the location is the cellar underneath the Bell and Barrel Tavern. Excuse me, is that something that you are going to try and take care of tonight or later on?
I mean, I'll take a look at it tonight, but I might not necessarily try to deal with it tonight, depending on the situation.
Sure. Yeah. You can, you head to the Bell and Barrel Tavern. Upon arriving, it's quiet evening, and you can see the contact listed on the job goes by the name of Drevin, who is the half-orc bartender and owner of the tavern. As you can see, he's serving a couple of drinks around, and I mean, it's a quiet place, a little run down. It looks to be one of those local areas that stays afloat because it's got a few key folk who just keep showing up. So,
Hello, I'm here for the job.
oh, I see. You saw my posting. Yeah, no. Nice to meet you. I'm Drevin. You got
Name's-
your rat.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. All right. So, it started as rats, normal rats. Then they got real quiet. Then they started humming, and I tell you, that's not normal. I don't know about if anybody tells you, no, rats are not supposed to hum. Now, none of the kitchen staff will go near the cellar, and I'm losing wine and I'm losing wits. If you can handle it without turning the whole place into a crater, I'll pay you proper. You got it?
I mean, I'll do my best. If I can't help with it tonight, I'll come back tomorrow.
All right, this night's already a wash, so whatever you can do, I appreciate it. Whatever it is, I don't care if you trap 'em, charm 'em, or duel 'em with rhymes. I just want my cellar back. Now, when you get here, it's down those stairs. Don't even bother asking. Be careful. Rat folk themselves came once to investigate. They didn't come back, so be careful.
Throw a
You
pipe
mean
over there.
they're still down there, or?
Assumedly, they didn't get back upstairs, and I ain't going down there now.
All right. Well, I'll be back one way or another. Trust me.
Alrighty. Thank you kindly.
Guess I'll head down to the basement.
You're gonna head down to the basement.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of the Skyrim music for this wacky ass fucking Joe. You're about to unlock the Wabajack side mission.
You open the cellar door, and it's dark downstairs. Whatever candles that might have been upkept or whatnot are not, now that there are humming rats in the basement. But I assume you light yourself a candle or your lantern and
Yeah.
walk down the stairs.
I will
Give me a
probably
perception.
do. I want to do a ritual cast of Unseen Servant so it can hold the lantern as we go down.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got the
My
servant
spells.
behind you,
Fuck.
lighting you, and so your shadow is before you. And so as you walk down the creaky cellar steps, give me a perception check.
Okay. Good old 12.
Average.
I rolled a 12.
Heavy fucking duty, jack of all trades.
You look and listen. You begin to feel this humming. You know that feeling when you're far enough from a car that has loud bass that you can feel the vibrations, but you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
quite know what song is being played. You begin to feel that first,
That's my car.
Anger.
and then you can
Just
hear
come by.
this somewhat discordant humming coming from throats that weren't designed to sing. And it's awful, but it's in unison. As just beyond your vision, you can see the skittering of rats moving around in cohesion. It's not the mess of rats that are normally like they move right, all to the right at the same time, all to the left at the same time, in a circle at the same time. As you bring your torch fire to illuminate more of the room, you get this odd theme of this mass of rats all circled around what used to be a barrel, but it's been broken into, chewed down so that it's in some sort of like crown-like shape. And there are broken, it looks like chalk writing around this thing and books that have been gnawed at surrounding this. And there's rats of different sizes, but one larger, just disgusting looking rat with what you can see the glint of red of blood upon its head, but it is standing at the front of this mass of rats, squeaking and seeming to guide this whole group of rats around.
Esmond is going to kind of like cough to see if that even does anything.
You cough and it goes silent. All the rats stop. And they all, do you know the movie Ratatouille?
You're going to get
You know,
shoved in a fucking
all of the
walking
rats just
freezer.
turn and look at you.
No. To the walking freezer you go.
How do you react?
Right.
Shatter.
Hello. What exactly is going on here?
The large rat in the center steps forward on its hind legs towards you, its tail stretching out behind it, long, hairy, as this thing is about like 1.5 feet tall now, as it like steps at the edge of the torchlight, as it looks at you, kind of tilts its head. It chatters its teeth, and you can see the rats behind it all begin humming as they don't enter the light just yet. They begin to circle and create a semicircle around the light at the edge of the steps, because assuming that you haven't come fully down yet, but basically seeming to hem you in on the steps.
Okay. I'm going to have my unseen servant kind of like move forward to see if they stay away from the light or not.
As your unseen servant steps forward, the light begins to illuminate them, and they don't flinch. They don't react. They're all just humming this odd sound.
Right. Well, can you explain to me what's going on down here?
The rat king in front of you squeaks, and in your mind you get a flash of darkness, of the deep place, of it's fragments. It's not speech. It's just you begin to get flashes of just images of darkness, of deepness, of glowing plants, algae. It's beginning to just spark in your mind for just a second, of loneliness, of places, the watcher with no face. As in this moment of distraction, give me a concentration check.
Okay.
Concentration check for one.
This is basically I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work. This thing is whether you're going to miss what happens in the next 6 seconds or not. That's kind of what I'm going on.
So in concentration is the Constitution save.
Yes, Constitution
Okay.
saving.
14.
14. You succeed as you begin to see the rat start to skitter towards you. You can react. They look aggressive.
Okay. At this, Esmond's going to just kind of like roar at them to try to kind of like try to get them to stop going towards him. Just to try to like scare them or spook them out of the area.
Give me an intimidation check.
You do have your breath attack too.
I know. I'm trying to not be violent here.
Look at this man mediated with rats.
Intimidation, you said, right?
Yes.
14.
14.
Really like that number today, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah, apparently.
I'll
As
gladly
you-
take a 14 over 2s and 3s.
It's above average. Below for your skill set.
Yeah. So you roar, and you can see the king rat squeak. The rat stopped for a second as it squeaks back at you, and then all of the rats in unison squeak back at you, and as this king rat displays itself, it steps up wide. It sticks its head out to squeak at you. You can now see the open cavity of its skull and this twitching brain-like thing. Its tendrils wrapping around the rat king's chin, which gives it somewhat the look of a crown with a chin strap. But clearly, something has taken over this rat.
Okay.
Oh no!
Yo,
I hate that thing.
this rat
Uh,
king, I know a thing or two. Okay.
I
As the
know a
rats
thing or
begin to
two.
swarm you, they start to run at you and to get try to get at your legs and crawling up. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay.
I'm not a fan of this creature.
Oh, good. 9. Okay. Well, there we go. There's where it starts to come back into play.
As the rats begin to swarm around your legs and begin to bite into your flesh, as only rats can, and it hurts and it's kind of terrible. You take 6 piercing damage from the initial wave of rats. You can now act as you would.
All right. Well, after seeing this king rat thing being something completely alien at this point,
Yes.
Esmond's gonna just try to like rush at it using his dagger. He's gonna cast True Strike and just try to hit it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack as you rush through.
Shit. Did I never do this for True Strike?
They
don't
said
remember you ever.
Carry some
Yeah.
modifier to hit and damage.
Okay.
Nothing
let
but
me,
attack. I do not know if it's beneficial for you to do this thing. We're level 4. 5. No, never mind. You don't have multi attack yet.
okay, give me 1 second here. I need to put this on.
Yep, you're good.
You're gonna get eaten by a rat.
Yeah, and then that's it for Esmond. He died by rats.
Died in a basement, never to be seen again.
So he uses charisma, proficiency.
True Strike is the thing that you use, Fulker, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was just roll /R 1d20 plus. I don't know what is your charisma. Plus 4 plus 3. So plus 7. So
You're probably adding
I'm trying to make the attack thing so I can just use it whenever I need
Okay.
to.
back. Oh,
smart.
So strength and dexterity.
Oh!
If the attack hits, radiant damage to the weapon. The attack hits, it can be radiant damage or the weapon's normal damage. Okay, so the damage doesn't change. It's just
I
whether
would
it hits.
put radiant slash piercing, so you're gonna just decide. You hit.
Right. Okay, so the weapon itself doesn't do extra damage. It's just for...
It should do extra that. If we are level 5, it should do an extra 1d8.
Oh, yeah, 1d6. Okay. That's right.
I
Okay.
need to punch that in, now that I remember.
Piercing slash radiant. Damage 2, 1d6.
Well, they figure this out. You can delete that other character. Chlor.
Okay.
What?
I don't need 2 character sheets, as interesting as that sounds.
Ah.
Shit, I was doing the wrong thing, wasn't I? So you still get the dex bonus to the damage?
No, only your charisma modifier.
Oh, it's charisma modifier even on the damage. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It basically makes it that you can be a melee spellcaster.
I'm not a blade singer yet. I'm in the fucking boonies.
Their true strike significantly shortens the difference between what makes spellcasters and melee.
I mean, they completely fucking gutter. What's his name? Hexblade. So I mean,
24, I'm sure that hits. I'd be shocked if it didn't.
Oh yeah, absolutely hits.
hey, you never know. This fucking brain rot
I-
may have silvery
I
bars.
did it do twice.
It's because
Oh,
one is your initial
right.
damage and the other one is a d6.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Wow. Max damage period. I guess.
Well done. As you you bring your dagger to bear and flash into this rat, an unholy scream that sounds out in your mind and in your ear calls out as you begin to get even more flashes and imagery of the darkness, of the deep, of forgotten hallways and corridors, of things that are unnatural as you can you hear the images stay, which is such a weird thing, but you wouldn't be able to describe to anybody fully. But the images keep staying. It's there. It's waiting. It's watching. As you bring your dagger to bear, and in a flash of light, this thing, like a little grape, explodes, and all of the rats around collapse out of their humming cohesion, and after a moment of looking confused, all look at you and then scatter.
Do they like scatter just around the basement?
Scatter around the cellar. Some run up the steps out of the tavern. Some of them scatter further into the cellar. You're not sure where. Maybe there's a hole down here. Basically, away from you, away from the light, away from the humanoid.
Are they still humming?
No, they're not coming anymore.
Looks like that was done. I'll need to get my legs bandaged, but other than that, should be fine.
Such an intense disdain for that creature.
With that, Esmond will probably just kind of like go back up the stairs. Well, you still have a rat problem, but at least they're not humming anymore.
The owner looks at you. You got done that fast.
You'd be surprised. It was just one of them. that was causing the whole thing.
Huh. That's odd. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, good man. He pulls out a bag, hands you a bag of coins, and says, "Feel free to come back. Next round here is on the house for what you helped here. Thank you, sir."
Right. Thank you. Do you have any disinfectant?
Disinfectant. I've got Everclear.
No.
You know
That-
what?
that's
Anything.
that's for internal wounds. Cannot wait for Espen to get the black plague.
You complete this small quest, and you can add 50 gold pieces to your.
I
inventory.
fucking detest cranium rats.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
And so we'll move on. Thank you for waiting, Grim. Very much appreciated.
All good. I figured it would
You
be
know.
a while.
It's the downside of having everybody wanting to do something different.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm the final boss.
Yeah. So, Grim, you head out to visit the gauntlet to find out if there are any things that need completing. And so you spend about an hour walking because you got to walk across the city to get there. And so you, upon arriving there, it is evening time. The lights are being lit. The fall wind that has been catching your hair, unbeknownst to you, of some of the various things that are happening around behind you with your companions. You arrive at the Order, where there are still the posted members who spend their days watching over this guild hall. You can see the familiar faces of men and women that you have spent time around. You can see old friends that you have spent long nights protecting the city and interacting with. But you head inside and see if there's any posted work or if there's any requirements for you. And you do see that there are some opportunities. There is an opportunity. Not an opportunity, a requirement. That's a better way to put it. That upon asking Yagra Stonefist, who is still working, as she seems to be a workaholic, tells you, "I just received report that spined devils have been terrorizing citizens in 12 Dog Court and the Field Ward. Perhaps we shall slay them together and find their evil summoner. First thing tomorrow morning."
It sounds good to me.
Bring who you will to aid in this matter.
Mr. DM, you said spined what now?
Find devils.
Spine nothing like point of it.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. So she's giving you that. You are instructed to meet her at the gate leading into the field ward first thing tomorrow morning. And you are allowed to bring whoever you would like. You also mentioned that you'd wanted to do some shopping. You can probably
also
take care
wants
of that now.
Brew.
Yeah. I'd like to find if I can, I'd like to find a lantern with a shutter on it that I can attach to my belt.
A hooded lantern, absolutely. You were able to purchase a hooded lantern for 5 gold pieces.
That's
You were
a very
Yeah.
innovative idea. I endorse this.
I feel like that is a very expensive lantern.
yes.
Well, the
well
lanterns are
made,
more
though.
expensive than the regular
Well,
ones.
How much did your flashlight cost you again?
This is a fucking lantern. There's not even a light in this thing.
Well, yeah,
I
but
gotta
this
buy
is
a
a
candle to put
million
in
years
this.
ago. This is a million years ago. There's no
A long
difference.
time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That's what.
Well, technically speaking, if you're breaking stuff down, I assume that copper pieces would be similar to pennies and silver would be similar to dollars, which means that, gold is going to be like hundos. So,
No, platinum is like hundos.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? It's
oh,
shards,
sorry,
dragons,
this
and
is money
suns.
stuff that you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, we live in a first world country, Flippy. We know what money is.
We know what increments of money under
Yeah,
a million
I don't
are.
think you guys know what money is. It all goes directly to Israel.
All right, I'm gonna head out now.
Okay. So you all end up back at Troll Skull Manor, and you guys, if you want to talk, you can, and come up with a
I'm
plan
not
of what
there.
you're gonna do tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, you're not
says,
there. Real quick,
Flipkart's not here.
yeah, Volker, you were going to drop off the reports at the
And also do
Watch
some
for it.
shopping. I need to spend
also do
money
some
on
shopping.
focus.
What would you like to purchase?
Oh, this fucking sucks. Let me ping this shit real quick for the spell.
Mr. DM, what
Yes.
is it a hooded lantern? Is that what I bought?
It is a hooded lantern, yes.
Oh, okay.
Good item. Clairvoyance, a forever ever ready spell from Wizard's Divination Savant. This piece of shit requires a focus, so bang.
Focus with 100
Sucks, man.
Okay.
This sucks so much. My money is going to the drain. But that will be after I do my report.
Okay. So we can say that you have, unless you wanted to do anything specific, gone to the Watchful Order office and left the report to be processed the next business day.
Do I need to roll an importance check like it was before?
That is what I'm using your the checks that you had to write them. That's what I'm using those for.
I see.
Yes. And so you can do some shopping. Would you be choosing to purchase a glass eye or a horn?
My question is, how punishing are you going to be with this? Would I require both to hear and see?
Yes.
I'm going to fucking commit suicide.
It does specify within the spell, so I'm definitely down to make it a requirement as both.
Ah, gentlemen. There's gonna be a new entry in Live League.
At least, all I'm gonna say is at least you have a DM that clarifies it before the spell is cast, instead of you cast a spell that is somewhat Fey related, and the DM tells you, "Oh, you need this, this, and this, and you can't cast the spell."
Roll a charisma check.
So this is the better outcome.
Yes. I guess I will be buying both of them. Jesus Christ. I want to be prepared for when the time comes and I need to flash cast this. So, I guess both it is. Let me set my goal to how much? Minus 200. 560 gold.
He has so much gold, man.
Yeah, all in, baby. Don't
I want to
worry.
know what dubious business this guy's involved in.
He went gambling and forced a natural 20 because of Portent, and the rest of the party just gets left behind because of Portent.
Don't worry. I'm going to have to bleed my money real soon. What else? Damn, I was saving my portent for a importance check on this queue. Guess I won't be using it now then. Too bad.
We'll be back in a minute.
My question is, what's the word? Beyond that, what time would it? What time do stores usually close at this time?
Well, the market, there's typically a night market as well. Supplies are going to be less common once it gets nighttime. And so, like rare items are going to be very much less common. But I guess, what are you looking for?
I still have 3 gemstones to sell from Mr. Dead Goblin, not Goblin, Gnome. And I will still be interested in doing the funny little long walk that it will take me to go to the 3 different pawn shops. Not pawn shops, what's it? Jewelry.
Yeah. You imagine that at this time of night and you're past with working in these stores that they will probably not be in business. No, they will probably not be there. It will close for the night.
Understandable. Then I shall be returning back to my manor.
So you are all there together and can talk to each other.
Wow! Okay. We're all here.
Yeah, you probably see Esmond bandaging his legs. Bunch of fight punctures.
What happened to you?
Just a little bit of side work. Have you ever seen a rat with just like a semi-exposed brain thing?
Yeah, real quick, let me just... Have I? Or heard of it?
Have you heard of it? You saw something similar in the basement where you've met Grumshar.
I've seen a walking brain, but a rat with one exposed? I don't think I have.
I'm sorry, I'm back. Can somebody recap what happened?
They're talking about the brain rat.
Right, well, just a report in case we ever see something like that again. It can apparently control other rats to hum and attack.
He's going to present the what daily wasu thingy. I guess I'll be announcing it to somebody else later on, because if he can control all the rats, then he could have had a mental link, I think. And
I don't know. Suppose brain, possibly. I don't know.
More importantly, to the anti-aberration alert part of the
right.
wasu.
Either way, it's dealt with. Finally have money again.
Oh, how much did you earn?
About 50 gold.
That's odd.
Because I only wanted to kill one rat. It wasn't too bad.
All of that from the rat?
The guy didn't know what was going on.
Am I there? Are we there? Where is this
Yes.
happening?
Yeah, this is happening in
Everybody's
the
there.
manor.
Right, but
We were
did you
all four of
keep
you
the
there.
brains?
No, why would I do that?
Because it's a good things to know is what we're trying to fight.
I was told to just take care of the situation. That's all I did.
And now is the Walken's brain that was controlling the rats to make all the rats hums is gone. And we could have used it for informations.
Huh?
To
What-
try
what-
and see what it's about.
You're gonna get that from just a deceased dead rat's brain.
I don't know. We could try. Oz got the slugs thing from that brains that was out front. And I'm gonna point at Volker. Shows him the slugs.
I will be. I don't have it anymore.
Did you give that away? To your report?
Yes, I gave the special ammunition. I gave the dead intact illicit tadpole and the
Right.
mind
So,
witness.
Volkers, where's his more snares that I gave you?
I provided it to my
And
organization.
why did you do that? When I wanted it.
I was not made aware that you wanted it.
Oz dug into the thing and pulls it out
Robbed
and
him.
used.
It's dead.
Esben or Henzem stands up and looks very angrily at Volker and goes, "Right, so you supposed to be this big, smart fellas, right? You supposed to know things, right? Well, did you know what it was made of? Did you know how it functioned? Did you know anything about it before you gives it away? Knows. So maybe next times we should learn about it instead of you just giving everything away."
I gave it to people that are smarter than me and have more resources to properly.
Right, and
I'll
now
gain
they
information
are at
from
the
it.
liberties to give whatever is information they deems worthy to us. They don't need to tell us anything, except what they wants to tell us. Are you actually trying to help, or are you just gonna sabotage everything we're doing to your organizations?
I do not see why it would be sabotage.
Okay, so can you guarantee me that every single piece of information that you're gonna find out about everything is passed on to all of us? All of it.
It has been since I met you all that way. Yes.
I'd like to roll an insight check on that. Because Henzem is very, very convinced that Volker is now actually trying to give everything we learn to this organization for no other reason than RP gain. Or PR gain, sorry.
Go ahead and roll your insight. Okay. I do not know if it should be. Volker has not abstained information besides.
That's not what Henzem is saying. Henzem is saying that the organization is going to give us whatever they deem is worthy. He doesn't say you're withholding information. He's saying that, okay, I give information to organization, and Henzem's question to you is, can Volker guarantee that any potentially interesting bit of information, all of it, regardless of how mundane it might seem, or how important it is, can Volker give the guarantee that everything that he gave to his organization gets passed to him? Or is it actually that whatever the organization finds, it's up to them and what they decide to do with it? So they don't need to tell anybody else anything. So that's what he's asking.
Would I know if the organization abstains from providing information to people of the other watchful orders? What's its word? Parts of the organization?
You would know that the organizations will work together in when absolutely necessary.
So basically, you don't know.
Then I guess my answer is yes, and I will have to roll a deception. All right, ladies and gentlemen, where the fuck is that thing? It's a D, so it should be high up, I think, right? Where's that thing?
Under athletics, above history.
Oh, here it is. Normal toggle. Excellent. I do believe that they are a noble organization that wish to gather and gain information for the
Alright.
better. Alright.
So, next times, how's about you asks if you can gives other people's stuffs away before you gives it away? Please? Like, is that too much to ask out of you? Because I don't know your friends. And your friends might be helping you, but they's not going to be helping me. Is that fair? And I'm going to look at Grim Graham and Esben sitting there.
From now on, if I plan on providing the things that we acquire through our misadventures, I will let you know.
Right. Specifically, and I'm going to look at everybody in the party, if it's about brains, because there's a lot of them walking around the cities, I don't think we should be giving up that information to whoever we sees fits. I was the ones that had something stuck in my heads, and I'd like to know what that was about and tries to fix it. So if it's about brain stuffs, I'd like to be in the nose. That means tries and get like bits of information, likes the Walken's brain, or keeps the tadpoles that was in my heads. Or I guess you can get rid of the eye stalks. I don't cares about that. Please?
Right.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't think at the time.
Right, but now we can think about it. And if we can get our legs up on our enemies, then we might be able to beat them. Right, that's something that you should probably know.
We still need to figure out how you are alive after all that.
And all I'm going to say is it might have been easier with the things that was in my heads. Stills he is. Instead of not he is.
Probably.
I hasn't said that I'm a magic user. And now he's gonna maybe wonders why there's a tadpole thingies here. And if they finds out that Oz had it in me, then they're gonna comes after me. And Oz don't necessarily want that.
He provides one of the plenty of non-best iterations of the reports that he did over both Soblov and the tadpole thing for you to see. I abstain from mentioning you as the catalyst of this possible outcome that happened during last night.
Right, but what if these comes to that conclusions on their own and you withheld that information?
Unlikely for that to happen given the lack of what's this word? Interrogation that they did. They did not ask you, and for all we know, there were no witness that saw your fight beyond the. And he looks at the rat folk, and there's like a bro, pointing at the rat folk that were in the manor when that situation happened. As far as we know, they have not interrogated them.
Right. But if they is as powerful as you says they is, then maybe do you think they might know the ways to get more information out of things, especially if it's important?
I
like
don't
a
believe
brain that turns into things.
While the information that I was able to gather last time I did research on the Illithid is quite lacking. Any advancement would be a great step towards putting a stop to those sterile creatures.
Oz really hopes they's gonna tells you everything's, cause it'd be really sad if they's learned somethings and then we's gotta go fight more of them. And we don't know what we should know.
Got a quick question. Did Hanzam read the report at all, or is he just kind of like going off of feeling right now?
I mean, I probably would have glanced rapidly through the report.
Okay.
But again, he's a magic user with a very new magical abilities that has not been registered to any guild, and something that was in his head, knows his magical abilities, is now dead in custody of another magical organization. Is sort of what's going through Hinzam's mind right now.
Right.
Mind singular or plural?
Didn't Henzam harvest that from the monster, or am I getting that wrong?
Yeah,
No,
I definitely harvested it from the monster, and Volker kind of just gave it away.
Yep.
Which is really cool.
Neither
Did
I
not
nor
say-
Hansen know.
Yeah. Okay.
Neither I nor Volker knew that it was something that you wanted to preserve.
That was a little obvious from the fact that I dug it out of the brain myself. But okay, here we
Fair.
are.
Well, either way, learn from our mistakes. We'll just be more
And with our luck,
focused.
it would seem that we are bound to find more brain things.
Right. So we need to start giving informations about them and keeping it to ourselves. Because, listen, I'm no genius over here. Though I have had some ideas recently that even I'm not sure I would have come up with earlier. So there's that. But if Wheeze gets all the information on these brain things, then we can use our knowledge and starts like a guild or like a killing things so that we can go kill the things around for monies and we can make more gold. Because we know how to deal with them instead of everyone's knowing how to deal with them.
I mean, that's fair, but what happens if this becomes too widespread for just us to handle?
Well, then we can tell peoples. But it's not. Yet, at least. But we also don't know anything anymore.
Fair. I mean, based off of what we've seen so far, most of the time when we've seen these brain things, it was mostly in the sewers, and that tends to be where rats like to collect. So maybe
Right.
most of the stuff is in the sewers.
Except Zoblob's knowed that Oz had one in me.
Right.
It would probably
Tenzin,
not.
Is
What?
it possible that Zoblob had one of those things before you did and was able to probe your consciousness when we visited his shop weeks ago?
I mean, maybe. Normally, Oz can do a trick now, actually. And a big grin when he says that. A big, like, almost like a, like, I know something you guys don't know sort of smile crosses Henzem's face. Oz can do the trick now. But it's kind of a news trick, so Oz don't know if Zoblob's had it.
Oh,
But typically, if I was trying to, like, read your thoughts, you'd know if I was doing it.
And you're saying that you can do it without us knowing now?
Oz think Oz can. I hasn't tried it yet.
how can you be so certain then?
Right. Okay, well,
It's just a feelings Oz got.
I'd rather you not do that to me if we can just make clear boundaries now.
Whereas generally I don't see Oz thoughts Oz trusted you guys, but you guys got a lot of things that you needs to says. Like, what's the deal with your friend who's casting spells on us and you's defending her? Oz been telling you all what's going on. I think a little bit of reciprocating needs to goes on.
To be fair, I don't know what's going on with that either. I actually wanted to get down to the base of that myself. All I know is that she made a deal with the devil, and after that,
Why?
her business got
Ow.
to be... I don't know, she didn't tell me. Either way, she made a deal with the devil, and then her business started to boom after that. So obviously there was something with that. Whether or not that has to do with the enchantment, I couldn't tell you.
Right.
So she's bound to charm people now?
I don't know. I don't know if that was something that she decided to do, or if it's just in something that happens.
So
I was
are
planning-
we trying to save her? Or what is your intentions?
I don't know yet. I was going to actually invite her over here as
Why?
That might not be a bad idea. I might be able to listen more than they sees.
Right. Well, the plan was presented as though we're going to give them a potential job opportunity, since she needs money, one way or another. Until she's able to pay off the debt that she made with this devil through the deal.
How much does she owe?
Quite a bit. I don't want to get into it that much right now.
You seem to know an awful lot about this deal she made with a devil.
She literally told me.
Why?
We have a history.
Ah. I see.
I must resist
Ah.
the temptation.
Either way, that's what she claims. I don't know if it's even accurate or anything. And I don't know how much the band itself knows either.
Do you trust her? She
No.
seemed
Right. Grims, you can do that things where you can like sense people's intentions, right? Like if there's good or bads.
In theory,
So,
didn't really seem to work last time I tried it.
right, but this time we know she made a deal with the devils. So, we've got that going for us. Listen, this time, I think Esbin's onto something. I think it might be wise to get Tins out of here before we invite her over. We don't want that a devil's mixing with Tins. That might be bad. But I think having her over wouldn't be a bad idea. I could listens, and I'm gonna quotation marks that, and he could do his sensing things, and we could see as if it's actually true.
I mean, it's not particularly subtle when he looks at Grim, does his truth thing.
Well, he could do it in his rooms, and Oz could be in my rooms. And then we could comes out and does it.
Right, well,
I see.
When were you planning on all of this going down?
I haven't made the plans yet. I was going to actually talk to you all before I even did it in the first place.
Perfect,
So.
because tomorrow I'm hunting, oh frick, what are they called? Spine demons? Something like that. They're called... Spine
Devil.
Good. Tomorrow I'm hunting spined devils with members of the Order. If anyone is interested in a little row, you're welcome to tag along.
You want to get paid?
Ooh, yes. We should, right? I recall, Mr. DM, extra contracts actually pay?
Yes.
Yes.
Right arms in, Oz need guards.
Right, I still need quite a bit more. So.
I unfortunately can't say it will be generous pay, but it will be pay.
I mean, we are helping the city. I don't think the spine devils will be doing any good. As it is, I'm waiting for my reports to get processed, and as much as it is,
as soon as these dudes all wants to knows.
Sure. Beyond that, I was planning on. He looks towards the entrance of our manor. Get the windows fixed, and see how things go after that. I'm free.
Right. And just to be clear with everyone, I wasn't planning on just bringing my friend into this. I was going to bring the entire band. Because I don't know how much they know versus what she knows.
Whereas Oz can read one person at a time, but I can read them all individually.
Well, a better question for you would be, what night are we planning to schedule our live music evenings?
Good question.
Good questions.
Should I prepare the room where we interview the halflings? I could provide a lock for it. Should they try to escape? I don't know what you plan on telling them, but if you're...
Honestly, I'd say bring them into the living room upstairs. Try to make it as comfortable as possible.
Then what? Interrogating them? Trying to fish for information? How?
Exactly. I want to see how the band reacts, not just her. I don't trust her all that much. Some of those other people, though, in that band I do know and I can trust.
Are they trustworthy then?
I would like to think so. But we'll see when they see their reactions.
Alrighty.
And with Tenzam, with his ability to read the minds, even just the briefest moment could probably give us a good clue on whether or not they're actually, what their intentions are on all this.
Right. Says, can I try somethings right now to see if it works?
Sure.
Which one of you wants to go?
Grim raises his hand.
I raised my hand.
Okay, well, I'll do both of you. I will, since we are in for the evening,
Counterspell, except I can't.
That'd be pretty funny. For absolutely no reason. We'll just
Well, sir,
cast it again
he's
right
not-
after.
It would be fun, but Volker knows that whatever magic Handsome is doing does not require somatic or verbal components, and non-material or verbal or somatic components, so I wouldn't know when to counterspell.
I will cast Detect Magic on, not Detect Magic, Detect Thoughts
And use your Synac.
on Grim, and I will probe deeper, and I will spend 2 of my psionic dice.
Question.
Yes?
Do you have to spend the psionic knack when you delve deeper into somebody or when you cast a spell? As in, if you deep probe multiple people, do you have to bleed your psionic die multiple times or only
Hold
when you
on.
cast a spell?
Hold on, let me pull up specifically what it says because I was just reading that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Specifically, it says, and this is why I wanted to do this both in character and just like on a player so that we could get this squared away before we started this. You can cast Detect Thoughts. You can expend 2 psionic dice to modify the spell so that the spell doesn't require spell components or concentration, and the target does not know you're probing its mind if it fails the wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so it's a one-time spending to
It's
modify
a
the
one-time
spell.
spending. Yep. So I'm
Alright.
not concentrating, and
That's
I'm
so
not,
bullshit.
and I'm not spending components.
It does specifically say the target, though, right?
Yes. So,
But it specifically mentions that it's modifying the spell to provide it so that it doesn't require concentration, and also when the spell is deep probed, if the person fails the saving throw, they do not know that they got deep probed.
yes, but I don't gain any information. So, okay.
Carry on, sir.
I will cast it, and again, you see nothing, but Grim, I suppose you actually have to make a wisdom saving throw because you wouldn't know I am probing you? I don't know how that would work.
I'd say it's probably just like the subconscious trying to protect.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Even
I
an
gotta make a
unconscious
wisdom
person
saving
misses
throw
save.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
then. Oh,
That's a stretch.
that's a 6.
You fail. So, I'm going to... Henzem's going to look at you and goes, right, what do you think of the rats people? Don't says anything, just thinks it. And tell me what you think of the rat people, because I'm in your brain actively listening to you.
And the walls.
Grim would think, well, they're quite unorthodox and rather suspicious, but as long as they stay out of major trouble, I think they'll be okay.
Right. That's quite fascinating. And I will end the spell there. Even though I desperately wanted to look at look at Volker's brain, but I shall refrain myself. And I go, right. So did you know I was in your heads?
No.
I didn't feel anything.
Right. So I can't actually do it.
What was I thinking?
I didn't read your thoughts, I just read his.
Oh. Okay.
And
I
Oz
would
agrees
explain
with
why I
you.
didn't feel anything.
Oz agrees. Well, he didn't feel anything either.
It's just kind of like probably looking a little anxious now.
I guess that would be an insight check to see, but I don't care to care.
So
Sure.
Oz could do it. Without them knowing's probablys.
That is fascinating. How does it feel from your end?
Well, likes normals.
And are you still feeling bad?
Just little bits. Headaches getting a little bit better.
Could I have a look?
At Mars heads.
Not particularly inside, but you mentioned it reached into your mouth and took the thing out, right?
Was guess. And I will
I would like to cast light on a pencil onto the graphite end of the pencil. If you could you tilt your head back?
I will tilt my head back.
And as I use the light pen to see if I can see any abrasion or signs of wounds. What would it be, Mr. DM? Would it be a perception or a medicine? It's the same. Both are wisdom. I'm proficient in both in that regard. So I do not know which one would it be.
It'd be medicine.
Yes, sir.
I will guidance you.
Like the sound of that.
Since I did specify also that I ended detect thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Just before. Actually, I don't need to end
I
detect
don't
thoughts.
need you. It's no concentration, ding dong.
But I still ended the spell.
Wow. Okay. Where the hell is medicine?
I didn't learn that niche part of that thing yet. Okay, I just learned that I can do it.
Yeah,
without you knowing.
baby steps, you know.
Baby steps, you know.
Baby steps indeed. So what do you get with the
I'm
medicine
going
check?
to. That's going to be a 19 plus 3. 3? What the fuck? 9. Oh, okay. 19 plus 4 plus 3. I really want to know how this thing works so I can inform it to Mr. Handsome.
So 26.
Cool.
Whatever you say, Magic Man.
Ask me 2 specific questions.
obviously the first question would be, given that this thing was attached to the brainstem, and
It's
this
the
was
chokra.
yeah.
It goes in when you kiss somebody.
And that thing was detached from the brainstem. Is there, I would say, how does the, I guess it would be like, depending if there's a wound that I can see there, would be my question. How does the wound look like? As in, like, is it, obviously that happened in less than 24 hours. Question would be, and also I'm open for suggestion, Mr. Storak, considering that is your character. If you have any
I would
insight?
This
first,
is all you, buddy.
yeah, my first question would be, is there a wound? And then go from there.
There is a wound, yes.
Fair. And my second question would be, if, because as far as I know, the forceful removal of a tadpole often ends up in the host's death. The wound, does it look like it was made like forcefully, or is like a clean clean
It is a surgical cut.
I see. I don't know if a part of the question would include, does it look like it was made by a tool, or like from within?
That's the third question.
I burn in hell. I see. Well, unfortunately, that's as high as my portent goes. It would seem that not only Sobolov had the knowledge that you had that within your brain, but also had the knowledge on how to extract it without killing you. I do not know why it took the delicate touch to prevent you from dying, but considering that it did not attempt to do anything with you immediately after, but that is, much like how you are, something that has not been previously recorded. I do think you will survive. The wound doesn't look that bad. Still, you are a miracle.
Goods to knows.
And I remove the pen out of your mouth and dissipate the light effect of it. Did Mr. Morgoth question? You were planning on utilizing the hooded lantern for my spell, or is it something else?
That was my plan, was to do that.
Excellent. Money is disappearing at a very fast rate.
I never had any to begin with, so must be nice to have it disappear.
Unless I am utilizing for other party members that do not have dark vision, for we are inferior. Well, it seems like we have a plan for tomorrow.
All
Depending
we
on
do
how
is
fast we get it.
Or
Are
Go
you
ahead.
planning?
oh, it's
I was
no,
gonna
the
say-
devil's thing.
Are you planning on visiting your parents during this wait until we get devil hunting?
It's might not be as a great idea. I don't know what Bob Lobbs is up to. He still's around, you know. I wish
Do
I was write a letters, and I will walk over it and find a pen and paper.
I mean, I could just send them a message.
Wait, you can use that.
Yeah.
All right.
I?
Ask
Oh,
them
God.
if Bob Lobbs is still alive, or as if he's gone crazy, and if they's got any interests in potentially helping with a magical robotics anomalies. He's got to keep them curious to get them interested.
Right. Okay.
And I give you a big thumbs up.
All right.
All right, how are you wording that shit?
You think I'm gonna think about that?
No. That's what I'm saying.
All right, I got my fingies ready. Let's go.
All right. I guess I'll cast sending to Henzem's mother.
Excellent.
All right.
Hello. Henzem has asked me to inquire about whether or not your house guest has recently crazy
Expired.
or has died, or if everything is okay.
You got
Also,
2 words left.
We have a bot that. Okay.
Also, we.
Also, we.
Question, DM. Does the and count towards the World Cup?
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, no!
Yes. Also, we ends. I have no idea who just sent in the message either. I love it.
Also we.
Yes.
That's 25 words.
They can reply immediately.
All right.
Or they could block.
You after about like 30 seconds, you hear, "Oh, who is this? You mentioned Henzem. Oh, my dear son, he's such a good son, isn't he? He's inquiring about the fella who he's inquiring about Pavloks. In case we had misplaced him, as a matter of fact, we..." And it cuts off there.
I'm going to die!
And I look anxiously at Esmond. Like, did you get through? How's it going?
Well, she said, as it happens, we.
We what?
That's it.
How is that helpful? Henson just like standing there scratching his head going, huh?
Did you inform them of the word limitation of this spell?
What? What are you talking about? Anyway, obviously it didn't work out too well. Let me try it again.
He's confused again. Alright, now he's on to something. Let's go.
You're blocked.
You haven't found a match on Bumble. You have been blocked.
You have
Right.
to pay for
Esmond
the premium.
again. Something must have happened with the last message. Anyway, didn't quite get what you stated at the very end of that. Could you repeat it?
Hey, that's 25 words exactly.
Wow.
Wow.
Well done.
For someone who's just kind of saying
Pretty
shit
well.
is not bad.
Oh, my bad. I was saying that we haven't seen Boblocks around in quite a few days. He said he had something important.
And again, Hemsem is like looking at you anxiously.
Well, she said that they haven't seen him in a few days, and he had something important. That was
I
it.
mean,
You do?
to do's or to goes to?
No, she just said that he had something important.
I think she's lost her mind. She's going crazies.
Are you sure we don't want to check in on them to make sure that they're okay?
I think we need to check in on them. They sounds like he's actually losing his minds. More than ours
Maybe-
did.
Maybe she's just senile?
I mean, she seemed all together when we talked to her the last time.
Aside from them listening to zob blobs. Blob
Do you think
zob.
this is a lasting problem with their heads?
Well, one of them's reached into Mars' mouth and took out a brain slugs that was then sold to an organizations. So I wouldn't put anything past them.
Still would imply that we gained money for that.
Was given aways for no gains to an organizations for no money or knowledge. So, maybes.
I will abstain from making a comment.
Maybe we should just check in on them in the morning before we go and deal with any demons or
When
devils.
When is the Devil's Spikes shootings contest goings on?
Oh no. Soul of God, Grimgram.
Blah blah blah. God, grim.
I'd be dead. Sorry, what was the question?
What time is the Devil's Spike contest tomorrow?
Oh, early in the morning. What was the exact
what?
time? Like hour-wise, Mr. DM? I just wrote down it was the next
First
morning.
light.
Wake up in the morning.
Feeling like
I am to meet another member of my order at the Field Ward Gate at first light.
Right, so
Pretty
maybe
far away.
after them. And I
Right.
think we needs to go to beds if we wants to be up. And that's that gate by first lights.
I would agree.
I like
Yeah.
some sleep.
Also, I don't really have much spells left after the sending. Those are pretty costly.
Arm's pretty spent too. My days started out trying to prevent me from getting squeezed into pulps. And then I had to read minds.
So you're telling me we are not getting ambushed tonight when we have no spell whatsoever?
I have half my spell slots. I will
my-
never use all of my spell slots again. It will not happen.
Well, you only get burned once, I guess. I only have my first level spells going on for myself on my cancel card. But never mind, I don't have
Yeah,
my cards of my I already used it.
Okay. I would like to go for a long rest.
All right.
Sure.
You all go to bed
Yes.
and
Let me just
complete a
drop
long rest.
50 gold from myself. Mr. Grimgram, you have your what's his name? Perpetual flame on your lantern thingy.
Okay, and all that does is it basically allows me to throw light the same as if I had like a candle in the lantern, I assume.
Sir.
That's
Hands-free
pretty sick.
experience. 3rd level.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a good shit.
So, you all wake up bright and early. Perhaps Grimgarn has to pound on some doors for whoever decided to go. But you set off. You can play the long rest. You may click the button or whatever you do.
I love
Um,
Take a
Good.
shot.
And so you head to the gate of the field ward. And this is pre-dawn at this point, where you meet up with Sabra Bellabronta. He is a human knight. She's got plate armor on and a shield across her back.
Really quickly,
And-
Mr. DM.
Yeah.
Before I get too far into this, I get 5 prepared spells, correct?
It's half your level
as-
plus charisma modifier.
Yes.
Half my level
So-
1 and my level 5. That's 2 plus another 3. Yeah, 5. Okay, cool.
Yes, so 5 prepared. So yeah, no, real quick, all of you spellcasters, prepare your spells.
I didn't even know this.
Yes, sir. Done and done.
Boy, I sure do wish I could prepare my spells.
I assume that we did not have enough time to do any nighttime activities, right?
I mean, that was our nighttime activities we were talking about.
Fair enough.
Yep.
So a
No.
14 and a 3.
There we go.
Wahoo!
14 and 3 for your points. So you
Somebody's having a decent time and a bad time.
head off to the field ward, where you meet up with Stavra, and you can see she's got a lantern set off on a crate that outside the gate as she looks up at the lot of you and raises her hand in welcome. She calls out, "Grim, it's glad to see you come with an entourage. Just about 30 minutes ago, I heard word that the devils have returned in a number and are lying in wait for us. Prepare yourself."
How did they find
you
out we were
know?
coming?
Well, not necessarily wait for us specifically. More so in wait for anybody coming through, if that makes sense.
Do you know the number of demons?
These are devils specifically? No. All we know is that they've been conjured here, and it is our purpose to eliminate these spine devils and ensure that we find out who summoned them.
Okay, well, let me know before we go in.
Let you know before we go in.
Yes, just let me know before we go in.
Do you
All
know
right.
Do you happen to know where they are currently located?
She looks through the gate, looks back at you. In there. She gestures to the field ward.
The entire field ward?
Wait, we have to look through the entire place.
We're going to be walking through there and find where they are located.
Grim
Yes.
says, "Fair enough, let's go."
Thank you, Grim.
And starts walking.
Fucking
All right.
sideways.
Follow us. And so you walk into the Grim and
Let me look at my
Sabra
fucking
begin
defensive
walking through.
spells real quick. Fuck.
As you could probably hear Esben mumbling to himself, grumbling about his aching legs after being punctured by 50 or so rats.
Bro,
Yummy,
the
yummy.
image of Grim grabbing, like, immediately, "Yes, sir, let's go." And the 3 spellcasters going, "I'm sorry, what? You want us to go through the entire... Huh? What did we sign up for? Hello? No.
Grim is like a pack. He has like a week of rations in there. Like
Oh!
a tent.
All right, I'm gonna kill myself.
By the
I
way,
will cast mage armor on myself.
Of course. I'm going to stop Grim from breathing. Real quick. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand inside of your throat.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing to Volker for selling my brain slug.
I'm going to mage armor and then be concentrating on this fucking shitty ass spell since in Blade Ward.
Okay. And so you begin to walk through the field board. It is the dawn is just beginning to rise, and consider this is an area of poverty and of factories and just gross. This is where all of the tanneries are. This is where the butchers are, and so you can hear some work, but also folk who are still asleep. It is an odd mixture as you begin walking through the field board, and about 10 minutes in, as checking street by street, watching the skies for any movement, Stavra stops, holds her hand up to her head. She says, "Acknowledged. Heading that way now. Grim, they've been spotted. One of my contacts just spotted them over to the east."
Hensum, like, not paying attention that she stopped moving, just starts, like, kind of meaninglessly wandering in front of her, like, yeah, I'm looking for stuff. I'm helping. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm helping.
Of his neck and picks him up.
Hensum crosses his arms and scowls.
You might not want to go first.
Stavra points to the east, says 300 yards that way.
Oh, thank God we're almost done.
300
Grim
yards.
chuckles, sets Hensum down, and starts moving.
300
yards.
And so you walked away. If there's any spell that you wanted to prepare before heading into combat, you're able to do so.
All right, well,
I will healer myself.
Yeah, I'd like to. I cast Power Word Kill on me. My legs give out because I had to walk 300 yards.
I cast invisibility on myself as we get closer.
Okay. So you, sir, are invisible. So I will.
I hit him with Branding Smite.
Little ninja.
Wait. He's our friend.
Okay, and so you all end up on the street, which is quiet. Normally, this is a scene where there would be. I just found a random map. Don't worry about the damage and whatnot.
Hey, you said that this place is squalid, so I mean,
it is. It is a little rough. And so, Sovereign Grim stepped forward. Esben, you have cloaked yourself in invisibility as she whispers to the group of you. This is where they were reportedly seen.
Was I don't see them now.
Everybody give me perception checks.
Esben will purposely not say anything.
Okay.
Ghost of Kiev over here.
He is helping Fala right now, canonically.
We need our big, strong
18
lady in her.
Where's perception?
4.
I do not have guidance. Dirty 20.
All right, just a second.
I was correct. I do not see them.
You may have to open your eyes.
Listen, my eyes are open, my brain is not yet. I haven't had coffee.
I see. Synaptic static.
Okay,
I got
so
synaptic static.
Volker, you got a 22. Esben, you got a 4.
Yep, my
Hensum, you
favorite.
got a 6. And
I think your favorite is 14, actually, but that's without
Well,
the water.
it's because it has a 4 in it.
wait a second.
Ah!
Did you cast guidance or did you not cast
No.
guidance?
I didn't
All right,
say
so
that
you
I
got
don't
20.
cast it.
All right,
Yes, sir.
my bad. And Grim, what did you get?
18.
18. Okay. So as you guys look around, this street is quiet, and you don't see anything. But we're gonna go ahead and get into turn order. Let's roll initiative.
You got my
You
token.
all are psychotic. There is absolutely nothing here.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about.
I've never seen a demon before.
Are we
That meant
rolling?
that's a lie.
Are we rolling?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Yes.
Okay, that is
Nice night.
8.
Man, that's the second nat 20 I've rolled. It's wild.
I know what the first one was.
I don't need you to. Why?
I know what the first one was.
All right.
Where the hell is my
Grim,
token?
What did you get?
8.
8. Okay. There we go.
Fitting.
He acts like he doesn't already know to throw me at the very bottom of initiative order.
All right. So starting at the top of the order. Wait, I know. Oh, oops, my bad. Just a second, guys. Don't mind me. Let's do that and do this. Do that. And that's that. Okay, good. And all of these.
You're seeing a lot of things that we do not see, sir.
You're right.
Well, no, he's just doing this and that. That's all.
I'm just doing this and that. Yes.
And that.
Losing the initiative order. He's simply
No, I'm just doing stuff. Just doing stuff. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's just a
Savra,
little guy doing things.
Savra hoists her shield up and is looking around as well. Steps forward. Is going to use her full movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As she steps up out into the middle. And as it is now Volker's turn. As she has cast she's used the dodge action effectively as she has her shield up ready for defense as she has entered into this dangerous area. Volker.
I'm sure I'm a happy camper. Being the second to go forward where I see absolutely nobody and I'm about to take one step and get eaten. Give me a second, I need to toggle something real quick.
Maybe if someone had invisibility, they wouldn't have to worry about it so much.
He says a disembodied voice.
Why are the spirits talking to me, man?
the voices in my head keep on telling me I'm cursed. I'm paranoid.
Oh.
I don't want to make it any worse.
What a banger of a song, though.
Yeah.
Voices in my head. Okay, so fuck, I hate spellcasting.
Plays a wizard and says, I hate spellcasting.
Yeah.
Good job.
Mr.
Lisa,
DM, I hope you're taking notes. He just asked to be killed.
All right.
Correct.
Yeah.
He
I
did
got you
ask.
covered.
No, I think he wants to play a martial
He's-
class.
He
No,
said
he wants to play a
hated-
barbarian. That's what he
He
wants
wants
to
to
play.
play a
monk.
monk.
He wants to
I
play
am already
monk.
playing
We
a
both
monk.
know it.
It makes you feel any better, Glor? We've decided that you could very effectively play a 5-player exclusively monk game and
And
not miss
thrive.
out on anything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You go-
I'm
yeah.
literally only going to cast fireballs on you all, and then once you get evasion, then it's only going to be psychic blasts on you all.
Fuck! Dude, that's so bad!
He did some research on how to
You could miss
end
out
monks.
on having a good time, is what it sounds like.
Okay, change of plans, guys. Change of plans. We all play
Volker,
barbarians.
is that your turn?
Taking the fucking dodge action myself. So I
Alright.
have so much fun.
Esmond, you're up.
All right.
Invisible man.
Do. Just gonna go 30 and then
Ah!
use a dash action.
Imagine if these devils have true sight.
I'm expecting them to. I'm pretty sure that demons and devils have the ability to have it.
I
So.
just got out. Like the funny part is, I just got out of a campaign where we spent the last, and I'm not kidding you, 12 months fighting a city full of devils and demons.
Is it the
And
one
I
that has
can't-
the magic dome?
Yep, and I cannot recall what any of the devils and demons did.
Well,
I mean,
that is
I'm
my
just going
movement
to
and turn.
remember there's a thing named Devil Sight, so who knows?
Yeah, I believe that they do have true sight of some extent, so... But Esmond doesn't know that, so...
Okay.
He's just confidently just strutting it in.
Next in the turn order, from behind cover, behind walls and windows, you all see the flashes of these small thorns and spines begin to rain upon Stavra and Volker.
Ah!
As from cover and from height, the devils reveal themselves.
Well,
bring
I'm
them
dodging,
to
and I also have Blade Ward on myself and Mirror Image.
So, Blade Ward, remind me what Blade Ward does.
So every time they attempt to attack me, I can roll a -1d4 and subtract it to there.
And that is to every attack?
Yes. Whenever a creature makes an attack roll against you.
Okay.
Many times.
You are getting attacked 6 times.
Yes! Yes, baby! Good thing I dodged.
Yes. So, let's see how this is going to work out. All right. The 6 times. And they are out of hiding, so these are an advantage. It's going to be straight with your dodge. Because, yes, they rolled nat 20s on their stealth check. So, with that...
so that's another nat 20.
Yes, that is what my nat 20 was.
Don't
shit,
worry, I
man.
caught on.
I had anticipated as well.
Yes.
But I'm invisible, so I don't care.
You don't care. All right. 6 attacks to you, Volker. Let's see.
Can you
Okay.
pull up this,
So,
token?
what is your AC?
At the moment, it's 16, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, at the moment, with a 16 AC, 3 of those would hit you.
All right, let me roll 3 Blade Wards. Oh.
And one of these is a natural 20.
Well, there's not much you can do about that one.
Not from surprise.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, and I'm going to be doing those in order from my end.
Which one is a creature that got a 90 20?
At the moment, coming from surprise, you aren't going to be able to react to this.
I can still lucky.
You can still
that is not tied to reaction, so.
Fair enough.
Oh god. That's
You are
I forgot
50
how
feet
disgusting
away.
that is. I don't think it has a distance either, actually.
Nope.
Is there no distance to Lucky?
No.
I hate Lucky.
Lucky is so disgusting.
So you're going to use a Lucky for that. I'm going to roll again then.
You can also spend a luck point when an attack roll is made against you.
Okay.
So it doesn't specify reaction or sight.
With your Lucky, you make it not hit. Well done. The other 2, despite your Blade Wards, still hit.
I assume
Now-
that I'm surprised and no reactions.
Correct. So now
many hits?
your mirror images. So that's 2 attacks.
3 d6. What am I looking for? A 3 plus?
3+, I believe.
Let me look at the spell. Mirror image. 3 or higher.
Okay.
How do I do? Do you subtract 2 from that, or do we go one by one?
Roll a d6 for each of your remaining. Each time a creature hits you with an attack. So,
All right, so
now you're going to roll 2 more.
/R 2d6. All
Okay.
right.
So
Both
2 of your
are-
mirror images disappear.
Alrighty.
Okay. As
Fruitful
you
turn.
So that's the 3 on the right. 3 on the left hit Gavra twice as well, but this time you see the bolts pierce through kinks in her armor, and you can see steam rising from where the bolts arose as she takes 15 damage.
Ow. As you do, you know.
Okay. She's hard to tell in her armor. As the devils all light up into the air, they are all approximately 30 feet in the air at the moment.
They are
Tenzin, you're
so
up.
cringe.
They're flying.
Tenzin is up.
He's down.
All right. Gentlemen. This is Democracy Manifest. And
Democracy Manifest.
I
Get your hands off my penis.
I don't really have any AoE damage, so I am going to run over to here, step behind this barrel, and the one that is above Volker, I don't care about. He's invincible. He has Lucky on his side. Like it does not matter. I will not help Volker because there's no point in helping Volker.
Oh.
I'm going to have him. I will first off. Hold on. Everybody, just back it up a second, okay? I need to pull up another PDF. Okay, I have a book in front of me and a PDF out, and I did think about what I was going to do. And I have a second monitor. I am going to. I'm going to activate
sucks.
defense mode as a bonus action. Bing, bing,
One
bing,
before
bing.
activated.
And then I am going to have this guy. I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Is this a magic spell?
Everything I do is a magic spell, so yes.
All right, cool. Wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, I think this is gonna be very bad for me.
I don't fucking like it when the DMs ask if this is a magical effect.
He fails.
He
Whoa,
fails?
okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He takes 3d6 psychic damage, and he must use his reaction, if available, to move as far away from you as it can, using the same
Oh my god.
/R.
All right, roll that damage.
Oh,
Once again, Storak!
What the hell, man?
Reach within its mind, and it walks out this crude, archaic sound and voice, and immediately uses its movements to run far away from you. 5, 10, 15, 20.
No, sorry, this one, the one above. Night Lady.
Oh,
He did say that he doesn't care.
all right. So
Volker's
this
got
one,
luck. Yeah, run fast for your
it
mother.
just flies away quickly. Okay.
Flutter.
And that's my turn.
Okay, Rin, you are up.
Save me.
If you're gonna use movement or something, you can do that, Henson, real quick.
You can shoot bonus action. No, I just wanted to make sure that activating a mode was a bonus action. That's my turn. I already moved. Yep.
You're just gonna stand in the fucking corner?
Yes. Actually, is this
You are
like
going
a
to
raised
leave the
well?
map?
Is this like a raised well or something?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna duck down behind the raised well.
Alright,
Since
you've
I'm
got
only
half cover
3
there.
foot. Yes. I take that.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Sounds good. Next up, Grim. What you gonna do?
I am manifesting so
Hang on,
many
I need
terrible
to-
vibes towards these horn devils.
I don't know what you're talking about. Mine hit just fine. If you don't hit, it's a skill issue.
Yeah.
Can I get a 30-foot circle? Maybe that includes Esben.
How
Oh,
do I do
sure.
this?
Can I get that close?
You can't see Esben.
I don't need to see Esben to cast Bless.
Do you not?
The spell says, you bless up to 3 creatures within range.
Grim, you have a 30-foot
That's-
circle around you.
Perfect. So if I were to 35 feet, 1,
That would be 15.
2.
I need
Can I vault this?
conditions.
I don't think there's a way to get us all.
7. So if I go like that, that's 35 feet. I can vault this thing, I assume.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
That thing is just me.
Well, I jumped the fence and then I jumped you. And then I am going to cast.
I'm in danger.
I'm going to cast Bless on myself.
Okay.
Oh, what's her name? Crap.
Stop.
Savra.
I need my
And
DM's guide.
that's what I imagine.
I'll probably cast it on. Volker, because I can see him, I guess, is
Yeah.
what we'll do. So we all have Bless now, and that is going to be my turn.
I feel so blessed right now, honestly.
Never stressed.
Davra's
something,
turn. then.
Sunday best.
I just got attacked 6 times in one turn. No stress whatsoever.
So,
Where is that?
Stavra, after receiving these wounds, is going to yell out in anger as she sees that these things have taken to the skies, and to hide for her great sword. And so she pulls the great sword up, slams it into the ground, but in front of her, pulls out a heavy crossbow, lays aim to this one, and is going to make 2 shots as she, in quick succession, fires, loads quickly, and fires again. Oh, this is...
That's illegal, you know.
I make it legal because I'm the DM.
The crossbow is
So,
fully automatic.
and
Has
did
that
you know
sweet
the
FRT?
2020? Did you know the 2024 stat sheet for this specific character says multi-attack can make 2 attacks using greatsword or heavy crossbow in any combination. So it isn't just because I'm doing this. So it's legal.
This means she can kind
Um,
of like dual wield a crossbow and a greatsword.
Kinda.
Yo,
Please
she's kind of based.
The issue is trying to actually hit because she doesn't have great depth. And so she fires once, misses, fires again, hits. She hits and is going to roll some major damage against this guy. Because she's like that. She does that. And you can see
Jeez,
that
cool.
she is imbuing this with divine energy, and it is also going to do some radiant damage.
Oh, smiting.
As it's not a smite, this is just the stat block. As she
Oh, she's
hits
just cool
this,
as like
she's just cool like that, yeah. As she hits this thing, and all of you who can see this, which is everybody but Henzim, is the bolt hits the thing, the spine devil is flapping and it has these scales. The bolt embeds, and despite the power that came from this crossbow, it doesn't embed nearly as much, not doing as much damage as you would have thought it would. The divine energy, on the other hand, does do full damage, and this thing is looking hurt. That is her turn. She's going to vault back over here, lower down with her crossbow ready as she takes half cover. Volker, you're up.
I'm so glad that Espen and I have access to making our weapons magical. Holy fuck. Question. This thing is up in the air, right? Like this one right next to me, feet. Or it's just... Cool. We are taking position in range combat. Let me check the range on my light crossbow. 8320? Holy shit!
You better believe it.
I do believe it. What is my icon? That I have right next to the green dot.
Good thing I have a dagger I can throw.
So blessed. Well, I'm going back in the fucking trenches, man, and taking a shot at this guy. Wait, which one was the guy that was shot by Lady?
This guy.
It would be a tactical advantage for me to shoot at it. I would assume that it's within my range. So I'm going to point and aim.
Just a heads up, I can't stay much past session end time. I do have to get up in the morning.
Your new job disappoints me, Stark.
I make money, and I have a very well-paying job, so...
Okay, so go ahead and roll your attack.
Kablamo.
23 hits, 13 radiant piercing damage. So...
Oh, I didn't total the extra damage, I would say. I'm just gonna roll out the 6. I didn't properly set up this thing. It takes 16. That's magical.
As you target this one that was already wounded, and with your attack, you kill it.
Get destroyed. Be a part of soil. Does it return to abundance, this motherfucker?
Yeah, you see this thing get hit by this, and you can see the smoke rise from it as it begins to fall and dissipate in the air as it disappears. That is your action. Any bonus actions?
Not at the time, and I do not wish to cast a spell. I am hiding behind this, I would assume, makeshift trench spiking points thingies?
Half cover.
There.
All right, Esben, you sir are up.
Okay. Is everything up by 30 feet?
Everything is up 30 feet right now. Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
If you would like to, you can push your turn till later to see how they react, and perhaps some might get closer or not. I'll leave it up to you.
I'll just prolong my turn until they've acted, at least, so I know what to do.
Okay.
Oh,
so you
my
hold
God.
steady.
Has such capabilities?
I'm just doing this for the sake of combat, and I know what it kind of sucks to not do anything. So,
you didn't hear the DM gave everyone except you an extra ability because we don't have luck.
No, that's not what I'm doing. Okay, excuse me.
I can't wait until they all have true sight and just attack me straight up anyway.
Well, they didn't so far.
And this one sees what just happens, sees super armored Savra, and sees two little guys. He's going to dive down and attempt to skewer you, Volker, as these other guys are going to begin to swarm around Grim. As this one regains its nerves, not sure what just happened, but they begin to fly low. 2 of them are able to get right within yours. No, one of them is able to get right within your space.
Oh,
The other
that
guy
guy's.
he's having a tough time.
He's moving so fast he's stretched.
I don't even know
And the other one got fat.
what is happening. Oh, everything's going on. Oh well, he's a fat guy. This is the fat one.
The fat one suspects us!
Brother needs to go to the gym.
Yes. As Grim, one of them comes at you with this forked tail, and it's holding a pitchfork, and dives down to try and hit you.
How devilish.
Indeed, very devilish. So with that, I did that in front of the table. That's okay though. The first one with just an 11 doesn't hit you, but does 19 hit you?
Of course he's fat. He's coming in with a fucking
yes,
fork.
A 19 would hit me.
Okay, so the second one, which is the pitchfork, comes through, and you are gonna take 6 piercing damage as it stabs through some of your chainmail and is able to puncture as it yells at you in this devilish speak, in this infernal speech. Well, you are also going to be peppered by 4 hail spines, while one of them is going to go after the Savra, who is behind cover.
So I take 6 damage.
You take 6 damage. I'm going to do
Reduced
4
down
more
to
attacks.
Reduced down to 3 because of my heavy
Oh yeah,
armor.
because you do that thing. Yeah.
Do I need to roll saves for bless on every single one of these?
If you
On
take damage,
everyone
you
that
have to roll.
hits you, yes.
Oh my
So
gosh!
roll-
Okay, so
Roll
all
a
of save,
concentration check.
which is
DC 10.
it's plus 4, right?
Oh yeah, I
bless.
kinda,
It's a 1d4.
Oh yeah, you add blessed to that.
I kinda forgot to toggle bless.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit. That's a 4. So bless is done.
Or, oh, hold on. What is your Constitution modifier?
Oh, 5.
A plus-
No, sorry. Constitution is 2. So
yeah.
6.
Your save is your save also. Let me see. Okay, so plus 2, so that's a 6. Roll a d4. You might be able to save.
No, I rolled a d4 and a d20, and they were both 2s.
Oh. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
You're exceptionally unlucky, huh?
Yikes.
Yeah.
When do you get your? Do they take out the Paladin's aura?
No, level
You
6.
get that at level 6.
Level 6. All right, cool. All right.
Don't
in
worry,
that case,
Volker can
yeah.
help you right now, but he won't.
What? How? How can I help you?
Lucky.
I could
See if I
You
bless
will-
him
14 or
again.
14, but
You could.
That would do it.
Oh, no. You would lose your concentration at this point.
Okay, so bless goes down. Nobody's blessed
Bless
anymore.
goes down. Yes, as these things hone in on you. The spine attacks coming at you. What is your AC?
18.
That boy straight up misses with both of his spines, but this nasty guy in the back gets behind your shield as you're distracted by being stabbed. Gets a natural 20 and a 21.
Odd.
I think that guy's outside my range.
For Lucky? Lucky doesn't have a range.
Oh, silvery barbs.
Oh yeah, probably that's under range.
60 feet.
No, it's within range.
Oh. Yeah, I don't want this guy to eat a crit, so.
All right, I got
reaction.
another crit.
I don't fucking believe
God.
you.
All right, I'll take a picture just for you. I'm sending it to the group chat. Hold still. There we go. There we go. To general. Boom, boom, boom. All right, it's sending. Just a second. There you go. Proof.
That's fucking demonic.
Yes, it is. Thank you. So we're doing full crit rules. So sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry. I believe we did establish this. Yes. So
Yes, we did.
Yes.
that is
yes,
going
we
to
did.
be 10, and then I'm gonna roll dice again.
I mean, I can just be a terrible person if I wanted to.
You already are. What do you mean?
8, 10. So, oh, and then I have to do this again. Just saying. All right, 7, 9. Grim's about to take 29 damage
With how many attacks?
from 2 attacks.
So that is
I mean-
reduced to 23 damage.
29 to 23 damage, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you take 23 damage as 2 of these spiny bolts and they're burning. You see what the sizzling was? These spines are literally burning to your skin as they pierce in just around your collarbone, causing massive amounts of damage. As this other one is going to try and hit Savra and misses both times behind half cover. Hard hit somebody with behind half cover. Esben, there are now 2 spine devils that are within reach of you.
How high are they?
They lower down so that they are literally within reach of you.
Oh, okay, so they're like on ground level then.
Yeah, then
Yes.
go for this guy. This guy is short.
Yeah,
He's also
He's-
fat and slow.
yeah, he's oddly shaped. Get him.
Bully him. He looks different.
All right, Esmond's going to move in. Going to cast True Strike and attack that one.
Okay.
Oh god.
Actually, would this be an advantage if they don't know he's there?
Yes.
Provided they
They
have a
don't seem like
rapier?
they see you.
22.
22 absolutely hits.
All right. Well, this is definitely going to be radiant damage since they're devils. I can't imagine
Yes.
this being anything else.
I gotcha.
9 total damage radiant.
9 total damage rating as you bring your dagger to bear and bury it into the back of this thing as it cries out in horror, this fat boy, as you deal a pretty heavy hit against this thing. As it wheels around looking at you, surprised that you're there. Do you have anything else you want to do?
Yes, I will use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on Grim.
Good idea.
And that will be... Let me see what level I want to do this at.
I mean, this guy should do like 20
Did it
something
20?
damage.
22 damage, was it?
23.
It did 29 reduced to 23 because he
23.
took a great feat.
Yeah, I'm already incredibly happy I took that.
You know what? I'm just going to do a 3rd level Healing Word then.
Holy shit. That's what you roll so many ones.
That's not how you do it.
Yeah,
We'll
I
get to
think we
Grim's
have to
turn and
manage.
then just pause.
Healing Word, level 3. Ooh.
What did I say? 2, 3, 2, 2. Jesus Christ. 1, 2.
Okay.
So,
So
16.
16? Yes, 16 healing to you, Mr. Grim.
Oh, thank you. Now I gotta math this.
While you're mathing that, Henzim, it is your turn.
Alrighty then. It is my turn. I minimized my. Okay.
Well done.
I
Here
see.
is this demon over here.
Which guy did I see absolutely blast Grim?
The
This
one right next to him,
one.
probably.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move 5.
It's actually the
10.
one that you already. No. Yeah, no, it's the one that you got into its head.
5.
I don't appreciate the things you're putting in his head. Make him stop!
Oh, you're telling me that I got into his head. Okay, I will cast telekinetic fling on him.
Ooh, what does he have to do?
It's an attack roll.
Okay.
I have a plus 8 to this. 19 plus hits.
This
It
definitely
is
hits.
27.
These things are not
Okay.
hard to hit.
2d10s. Let me find these 2d10s. I got new dice, and they're from Timu.
Shit, man. No wonder you're rolling 19, 18, 19, and 18s.
No, I am kidding. They're not actually from Timu. They're not even new dice. Oh, shucks. Okay, 15 points of force damage.
15?
15 points.
Okay, does anything else happen as it gets shoved, telekinetically shoved?
Nope, it's telekinetic fling. So you see a pebble lift up from the stone, and then it just whizzes
Oh,
past my
that's
head.
what happened. It
And then-
knocks through. Yes.
I'm going to bonus action push it into a wall. I'm going to try and push it into that wall.
Okay.
It
Safe.
needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Natural 20.
All right. Nothing happens.
As it doesn't bounce off of this. The telekinetic shove pushes the pebble through its abdomen as it starts to leak Icarus something as it is barely staying afloat.
That's my turn because I'm not gonna risk rolling anything other than a 7 and an 8. So
Okay.
that's my turn.
Grim, it is your turn.
Hit it very hard and very twice.
Oh, Grim's not super thrilled. What's the fat thing behind me? Is that another one?
I
No,
don't
that's
know,
just a fat.
somebody's just having fun.
Okay, I didn't know if there were two of them. I am going to
Fat one.
spin my long sword around and try and slap this guy next to me twice.
You should.
That is a 16 and a 22.
16, 22 both hit. Just so
Okay,
you know, these are fiends. In case
I know.
you...
I'm going to I'm going to roll damage for one of those. So the first hit is a D8. Where's my D8? There it is. The first hit hits for 10 damage. And then I am going to on the second hit you're going to see that my sword glows, and I'm going to use my divine smite.
Hablamos.
And I'm going to slap him for I need another D8.
Infinite damage.
So much damage because he's a fiend.
I don't know if you get an extra die though.
Yes, I do. I get 4d8. 1 for the sword, 3 for divine smite.
As in, like, from the smite, I think it's only on undead. Is it also on fiends?
It says undead or fiends.
Wow.
So that is 17 damage.
Paladins, man. First level spell, man. Jesus.
You smite this little devil to kingdom come. Hey, as we end for tonight, at least, describe how
another
you smite
attack,
this
sir.
little devil.
Oh, actually, he
So
does have
I
some-
was also going to use slap on him as well. So you see Grim spin his sword around, take one strike, spin again, and his sword starts to glow, and he absolutely just beans this demon with the flat of his blade and just slaps the head straight off.
You can see
I
the
am-
head dissipate into ash as you bring this radiant blade over, finally putting some use into this evil before you as you send this devil to hell.
Back to hell.
Back to hell, that's right.
Ugh.
As the devils around, they're the flapping and cackling of their voices as they are all calling for your deaths in Infernal. We will pick up here next week because it is late. Thank you. For
Oh
Just-
my
just-
god.
Put it into your notes. Grim gets a second attack.
I took 2 attacks.
you
He
did.
did.
His
Yep.
first one was
He
10
des-
damage.
he
The second
My
one-
decided-
first one was 10
to-
damage and was not radiant, and the second one was a big slap.
Big slap, yes. Which is good that you did the radiant because, yeah. Okay.
All
I
right.
have,
I
I have some
desperately
nasty
gotta
tricks.
bed.
I
All right, you have a
actually
good
thought
night.
about my
It's all right.
spells, and so I did. When we didn't see him, I had prepared detect good and evil, which I did
Good
need to
idea.
use. But I decided that shining smite would be kind of fun.
Uh,
It's
as
good.
well.
They're so good.
Grim,